Hi, hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It is actually, I don't want to say that, everybody says that. Hi, it's me, MSLXOXO. So if you clicked on this video, you are probably wondering what I mean by how my theater teacher or my drama teacher or whatever attacked me. That is, okay, let's just go ahead and dive in. Okay, so this was like years ago at this point, and it's still like in my mind as something that, what the fuck, like, it's kind of a big thing that happened that I just never really did anything about, because I mean, like, what do you do when you're like 17 and a teacher attacks you? But like, whatever. So I should probably spit my gum out. I don't feel like it. Anyway, so very beginning. I am in high school in this story, and let's just go back freshman year of high school. I went in really wanting to be famous, obviously, because, you know, that's the only thing I've ever wanted to be, so that's what we're doing, that's what we're trying to do. So I went in trying, as a freshman, I'm 13, 14 years old, trying to do like everything I can. So I was cheering, I did track, I was trying to do theater, I was also doing cheer outside of school, so like I was busy to the max. And also some of that contributed to, like, my mom was a teacher at the time at a middle school, so she didn't get off work till 4. And I got out of school at 2:15, so I needed to do some extracurriculars to like take up my time, so I wasn't just like sitting around school. And you're probably wondering, why do you take the bus? Well, I lived outside of the district from my high school, and I was allowed to go to my high school because my mom was a teacher. So, yeah, so I had to keep myself occupied and whatever. But I also was like, I mean, it's your first time, you just got in high school, and for me, I want to be involved in everything, get to know everybody, and that's what I was doing, so whatever. So I go and I auditioned for a musical at my school, and it was my first audition for like really anything in my life, and I was so excited, and I was like, this is a huge deal, like if I don't make this, that maybe it's not meant to be, whatever. At the time, this theater department was just kind of being made because the school was relatively new. I think it had been open for 4 years when I started, and so the theater department itself was evolving, like it was just now starting or whatever. So I got casted in the first show that I auditioned for. It was a musical, and I was so excited. I got a speaking role. I had like a few lines. I had maybe 2 or 3 lines or something, and I was so excited. But at the same time, I was doing cheer, and then at the end of the year, I was doing track. So I would sometimes not be able to make it to rehearsal, or I would have to leave early or something like that. And mind you, I don't really know anybody in this theater department at the time, just because like I am a freshman, and it's known like theater kids are different or whatever. I think I'm allowed to say that because I am a theater kid. But what was I gonna say? I just didn't really fit in with the people that I was around at the time. And I don't know if they or like the teacher, I don't know, didn't like me because I was involved in a lot of things, and it just came across as like I'm just here just because I can be. I don't know. But at the time, that was not even like that was not what I was thinking about. I was thinking about like, I'm going here, I'm doing this, I'm meeting everybody, I'm getting it done. Yes, I'm that bitch, yes. So that's what I was doing. Then sophomore year rolls around. What happened? Was I in theater that year? No, I auditioned there's a fall play and a spring musical. I auditioned the next year for, I don't know, I think I auditioned for the play, didn't get casted, whatever. Then I auditioned for the musical. What year was that? I think this is Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, okay, so the spring play was Alice in Wonderland, and the musical was freaking, I don't know, it's gone. I don't remember what it was. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I auditioned for both, didn't make it. Now, in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, life is over. I suck at acting, I suck at singing, I can't be famous, I'm not talented, my world is over, what am I gonna do? I don't like anything else, I'm not good at anything else. Like, I mean, I was good at other things, like, but I was like, the world is over. If I can't, this is my mind process, my thought process. If I can't even make it in a high school show, how am I gonna make it on Broadway? Because that's what I wanted to do at the time. And that's not, well, that's just where I was. I was freaking out, whatever, being crybaby. So junior year rolls around and I'm like, oh, maybe I should take theater or acting or whatever the freaking class was called. Maybe I should take that and maybe try to get on the director's good side because she doesn't seem to like me or whatever. Then what did I do? No, okay guys, rewind. After I didn't make that show, I went to one of the directors, not the, well, yes I did, yes. I went to the main director, not gonna say her name. What is her name? Let's make up a name, let's call her Linda. So, Miss Linda, she, I went up to her after I didn't make the musical, I think, and I said, hey, just wanted to find out if there was anything that I could have done better in my audition. I really wanted to be a part of it, but just, is there anything I can work on to maybe get casted next time? And that's exactly what I said. I didn't go up to her and say like, okay, listen, I know I'm better than blah, 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 and I'm the baddest bitch in this place. Can you put me on a motherfucking show? Like, I wasn't like that. I wasn't rude or anything because I knew I kind of have a strong personality and I didn't want to be busting up in there and being like, so, listen. So, I was polite, or at least I thought I was. And she told me, yeah, you just need to work on, what did she say? You need to work on this, this, and this. I think overall it was pretty good. It was just like, what did she say? Something about like, it was how I behaved in the first show that I was in that kind of gave her some setbacks or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to like come off that way or whatever, and I just want to let you know it won't happen again. And she was like, cool, whatever. Now, what she means by that is mistake number one. I used to order pizza to school in between rehearsal and school because I was hungry and I was gonna be at rehearsal till like, I don't remember when, but I would have rehearsal and I would have cheer and whatever. So I would order pizza. And one time the pizza got to the school before I got out of class, and the pizza people went to the front office and they're like, did someone order a pizza? And they called me to the office and they're like, you can't do that anymore. Somehow that got back to Miss Linda. So I guess that was mistake number one. Mistake number two. I think it was just like I would have to leave practice or rehearsal early. I think that's what she said. Like I was just too busy or something like that. And I was like, okay, whatever. I think that was the only thing she really said was the ordering the pizza. And I'm like, you don't really have time or whatever. And I was like, okay. Mind you, when I auditioned, I wrote down, it says, what's your schedule like? Wrote down, I have this, this. When I first auditioned for my first show. and I still got casted. But you know, that might have just been because like they didn't have a lot of people auditioning or whatever. Moving on. Yeah, talked to Miss Linda about that, and then I was like, okay, got my stuff together, talked to her, let's go. I was in her acting class for my junior year, and that was a full year. Like, it wasn't just a semester, it was a full year class that I was with her, and auditioned for the fall play and the spring musical again. Did not get casted. This time though, we got to audition in front of each other, so that was great. I didn't care. I love performing in front of people. That was fun. But you got to see exactly like who you were up against and what they did, and they got to see what you did, whatever. So this whole time I was kind of just doubting myself and thinking, well, maybe I'm just really not good enough or whatever. Then I auditioned, see other people audition, and then I didn't get casted. Again, this is time number 4 that I didn't get casted. And I was like, and I don't want this to even seem cocky or anything, but like, you know, when your skills are better than somebody else's. Like, it's just facts are facts, America. Like, that's what it is. So what happened? So like, when I didn't get casted and I saw like certain people did get casted over me, I was like, what the heck is going on? Because I know, number one, I am good enough to be in this show. And I know that maybe my acting skills weren't up to par, like they weren't crazy, but like I knew I was a good singer. Not up to par, my acting skills, I knew that they weren't like advanced, if you say it that way. But who is advanced in public school in your junior year of high school? Raise your hand if you were an advanced actor, whatever, when you were, what was it, 16. That's rare, but like, whatever, moving on. It's getting heated. Anyway, I forgot to mention, after I didn't get casted my sophomore year, I felt like, you know, I was the worst thing, whatever. I started getting singing lessons because I felt like I needed to be better. If this is what I want to do with my life, I needed to do better. So I got singing lessons. Still doing these singing lessons my junior year, didn't get casted, saw who got casted, and I was like, I feel like this lady has something against me, and this department has something against me. Like, what's going on? Still in this lady's class. This is the end of my junior, not the end, it was junior year at like the first semester. I have another talk with her. I emailed her, I said, hey, can we have a meeting, whatever. She's like, yeah, come in before class. I have a very mature conversation with her. I don't attack her. I wasn't rude. I was just like, what are the facts? Like, am I missing something? So I might have sent her an email, actually. Let me check my phone and see if I sent her an email, because that'd be great if I could read it to you. Okay, turns out I don't, wait, focus. Yeah, sorry, actually I don't have the email. I guess I didn't email her, I don't remember. I talked to her in person and I said, hey, I just wanted to see, what did I say to her? Basically the conversation was, I feel like, I want to know if you have like anything against me, if there's something that I did wrong to make you not cast me in any of the shows my past 2 years being at this school. I feel like after watching the auditions and seeing what I was up against or whatever, I felt like I personally was better. I was good enough to be casted in one of these shows. So it just kind of made me feel like there might be something else going on, and I just wanted to talk to you about it and get your opinion. So she acted so surprised, and I was like, okay, wait, what did she say to me? Basically, she said it was how I acted in my first show, my freshman year. She was like, honestly, just the way that you acted in that show just felt like you didn't take it seriously, and you don't care about acting, you don't care about the theater department. Like, it's kind of just a second thought to you. So I just felt like other people wanted it more, so I just gave it to them, or I casted them. I just felt like you didn't care to be in it or whatever. Pause this motherfucking story. Y'all, do you think that if I didn't care about this theater department, or if I didn't care about being in any shows or whatever, that I would continue, not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but 4 times? 4 times. You think I would sit there and accept rejection over and over and just not take the theater department seriously? Like, I don't care about actually being in the show? You think that I would just say, oh yeah, I didn't get in, I'm gonna try again, just whatever, it seems like it'd be fun, whatever? No. Also, like, okay, maybe some people would do that, but also I am now in her acting class, so therefore something would tell you that this girl wants to do something with acting. Like, what? Also, I have another thing to say. This lady did not tell me, she wasn't planning on telling me that she wasn't going to cast me in anything. She was just going to keep not casting me year after year, show after show, because of something I did, because of the way I acted when I was 13, 14 years old, first show ever, and not even like tell me about it, you know? Like, I just think that's messed up. Some people might think like, well, you just messed up your first try, so whatever, but I felt like that was pretty messed up. I also felt like it was messed up that I had to go to her for her to tell me how she, like, what I did wrong. Like, and mind you, I already went to her another time, asked her what I could do better, and that never, like, she never said, well, actually, I guess she did say, well, it's just kind of how you acted before. But then I said I was gonna do better, and I continued to audition, didn't cast me. Then I talked to her again, I say, I feel personally attacked, whatever. Not attacked, but like, whatever. So then she's like, I just didn't think you took it seriously. And I'm like, did you ask me? Like, did I really need to come to you personally and say, hey, this is what I want to do with my life? Hello? Like, that just was pretty messed up. So moving on. After I had that talk with her, or during that talk, at the end, I said, I just want to let you know, like, I do take this very seriously, as seriously as you can take it in high school. I do take this very seriously. This is something that I want to do with my life. Apologize for the way that I acted back then. I guess I just really didn't know it was my first show, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, moving on. So I was like, okay, don't really know how to feel about that conversation at the time. So senior year rolls around, and the fall musical, or the fall play, happens, and I get casted. Wow. So yeah, so she cast me in this show as ensemble, but you know, it was ensemble, and I literally did nothing like the whole show. Basically walked across the stage like 4 times, and then she let me and another girl that I don't like anymore and she let me and another fucking bitch choreograph. That's a whole nother, the story about that girl, that's a whole nother story time. Comment down below if you want me to talk about that. Anyway, yeah, she let me and this girl choreograph a dance in this show. Obviously I put myself in the front because I was probably the best dancer there. I don't know. I sound cocky. I promise I really did not think that like I was the best thing walking. Like I knew there was some shit that I needed to learn, obviously, but I'm still taking music lessons. Like I'm trying to do this with my life. Like come on now. Anyway, I got cast in this show, walked across the stage twice, maybe, came out for a dance, and then came out for the last scene, and then did like bows. That was pretty much it. Thank you, Miss Linda, for that. But you know, I took it. I was like, you know, I'm actually casted. Like, thank God. I'm just gonna take advantage of that and whatever. And my parents were like, okay, do you? And I was in my head, I was like, oh yeah, like she's over it. We're friends now. It's cool. It's fine. We're all good. Yes. No. So then I audition for the fall musical, and I get cast. Is it spring musical? I get casted, and yay. But let me tell you guys the tea. I was auditioning. We were doing The Little Mermaid. I auditioned for Ursula, and I was going up against this girl who's literally like amazing at singing and acting. Like, go you, girl. So it was basically me and her up for the role of Ursula. So before I got casted, or anybody got casted, the cast list went out or whatever, we got a callback list first. And typically I am never on this callback list, so I was like not expecting to be called back, but I was. And I was like, oh, and for those of you who don't know what a callback list is, it's when they call you back basically just to see more of you, maybe to do cold readings, which is like they'll give you parts of the script and you'll act it out like in front of them, or you'll have cold readings and you'll do it with a scene partner, like just to see how you collaborate with somebody. So I get called back to callbacks, and I was like, yes, awesome. I auditioned for the role of Ursula, and like initially, then they called me back. So I practiced my butt off, guys. When I tell you, like, I learned every version of the freaking Little Mermaid. I learned the Disney version. I learned one of the Broadway Little Mermaid versions, and there was a version where there was a black lady as Ursula. I learned hers too. I was like, there's nothing they can throw at me that I don't freaking know. Like, I looked at all of her scenes. Like, I really was like, I'm ready for this. Like, I know, because I knew with the girl that I was up against, like, she's amazing, and she has been getting roles throughout these 3 years we've been here. And I was like, I have to like bring my A game. I have to bring no reason for them to even like question that I shouldn't have this part. So we go into callbacks, whatever, and they have me read. Oh, also, they don't tell you on the callback list like who they're considering you for. They kind of just like give you papers and like, okay, read this, and you're like, okay. So they only gave me parts to read for Ursula, and I was like, okay, yes, so excited. And I like already knew these scenes. I was happy. They had us come out and sing the song that we did at auditions again. Played my part as Ursula, did my best, and I got casted as ensemble. Not an eel, not the other eel, not like, I don't even know. Ensemble. That's it. And I was like, I think I was the only one on the callback list to not get a lead, like a speaking role. And I was like, okay, cool. Senior year, still an ensemble, it's fine. I was happy, but like not happy at the same time. Told my mom, she was like, oh, cool. Because like the last time I was at ensemble, I walked across the stage 3 times or something like that. So it's not like, we didn't have the best impression, say that. But the show ended up being like really fun. There was a lot of dancing, singing, I was on stage a lot, whatever, it was fun. So let's get to the attacking part. I don't want to say she attacked me. She verbally attacked me. She mind you guys, I still don't really have a lot of friends in the theater department because number one, I have not been casted in anything, and number two, yeah, I just haven't been casted, so I haven't been around these people. Also, I have a bitch face. I look like I'm pissed all the time if I'm just not speaking and I don't know anybody. Also, I don't really like this lady that much, so I'm not like all up her ass like trying to be her friend or whatever. I'm just like, cool, whatever. Come to rehearsal, and she pulls me aside. She's like, hey Mariah, come here. She says, I just want to let you know that if you keep doing what you're doing, you will never make it in this industry. And I was like, what? Like, so confused. I was like, what do you mean? You show up late, you have an attitude, you talk crap about everybody, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what? And she what did she start off with? She said, I read your email, because I emailed her saying that I was going to miss rehearsal one day because I had an audition for a college school, like the music school for a college or whatever. And she was like, I saw your email and I just felt like I had to tell you this. So if you keep doing what you're doing, you will never make it in this industry. And I will tell you right now, like, coming from being in New York, like what you're doing right now is not, like, nobody will take you seriously, and like you will never get casted in anything and blah blah. And I was like totally caught off guard, like totally caught off guard, because I thought I was doing better. I was like you know something I don't, like what is going on? And I get like what people don't know usually about me, and what you probably can't tell, is that like when confrontation happens, like unexpectedly, I get really sensitive and I break down. And she didn't expect that from me. So she's like, you'll never make it and blah, blah, blah. Like, you show up late, blah, blah. I showed up late one time and it was 5 minutes. Showed up late one time. And I just started crying. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't know what to say. This lady was literally telling me that what I wanted to do with my life was, like, I'm not gonna make it because of the way that I act, I guess. Like, and what really got to me was the fact that like I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, I literally got to rehearsal and I would not like really say anything, and like, because I didn't have friends really in the theater department. Like, I had 2 friends that I had known before in this show. I don't know, it was just very hard for me to like get close to people because there's cliques. It's high school, there's cliques. And I had a lot of friends, like I was a cheerleader and whatnot, but like in that department it was just like, I don't fit in, and I don't think you guys want me to fit in. That's how I felt. And then when she just yelled at me like that, I was like, you just don't understand me. And it's funny because theater people are supposed to be the most accepting people and whatnot. And this lady was yelling at me for just having an attitude or whatever. And I just broke down and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't think that I came off that way. And at this point I was crying and saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like make you feel weird or whatever. Another thing she said during this, she's like, you show up late and you back talk, or what is the word? You back talk people about like not getting casted or something. Like, you get an attitude with directors for when you don't get casted. You can't go around doing stuff like that or whatever. And I'm crying, breaking down, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't have that many friends here. Like, I have a resting bitch face. I mean, I didn't say that. I was like, that's just how I am, and I just don't have a lot of friends. Like, I'm not super comfortable here. And when I talk to you guys about like what can I do better to get casted next time, I'm not trying to attack you guys and try to get an attitude and act like I'm supposed to be in it. I genuinely want to know what I can do better. Because at this stage of my life, I'm in high school. I'm allowed to, I'm going to take advantage of the time that I have to ask people what I could do better, like what I should do, like get advice, because I can. I can't, if I go audition for Broadway or for a freaking television show or whatever, I can't go up to the director and say, hey, why didn't I get casted in this? What do you think I could have done better? Like, they're gonna be like, I don't know, you just didn't get it, like I don't remember. Or like, professionally and being in high school is two very drastically different things. And I promise I did not come up to her with an attitude. I wasn't like, why didn't I get casted in this? I'm better than these people. Because I talked to my mom about this, and she was like, you don't need to come at her. You need to be as polite and genuine as possible and put the ball in her court for things to say. Like, don't come at her saying like, I don't know, like I put a lot of thought into what I was gonna say to her, and I know for a fact I did not attack anybody. It might have just been just how they've seen me act. I don't know. I just didn't get along with the people in that theater department, and she just like really shit on me, like for a good 5 minutes. No, not even 5, maybe more, I don't remember. For a good 5-10 minutes she just shit on me, like, you do this, this, and this. And then I started crying, and she was so shocked. I don't know why you would be shocked. I guess she thought I could handle it, but she was like, oh, I mean, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, and like, I just want to let you know that like I care about you. That's why I'm telling you this. I don't want you to like go on and keep doing the same things you're doing, and then you're confused. I just want to tell you because I care about you. Really? Really, queen? Okay, I mean, if you care about somebody, you don't just blacklist them for 2 years and then tell them, oh, I didn't cast you because blah, blah, blah. Because something you did 2 years ago and then I didn't tell you about it. Also, if you care about somebody, you don't pull them aside and tell them and scream at them. Okay, I'll give her that. She didn't scream at me. She just talked very pointed and very aggressively. I'll say that. You just don't address a situation like that. You don't come up to someone and say, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're never gonna make it. I mean, I understand that now. I'm 21 years old now. The way she did, maybe I'd be able to take it, just because now I'm more mature and I understand that, like, I don't know. But the way she came at me, she made me feel like shit. That's pretty much like all I can really say. And she was so I will never forget the look on her face whenever I started crying. And when I start crying about something and it's like confrontation, I cry and I can't talk, and I'll do this thing where I'm like a freaking baby, and I hate it. Like, I hate it so much because it makes me look so weak. And I hate looking weak, but I like couldn't even freaking get words out to this lady. I was crying my eyes out, trying to speak, and I look like an idiot because like I'm hyperventilating over here, and she's just like so surprised. And then she's like, okay, and mind you, this is at the beginning of rehearsal. This is not the end of rehearsal. I guess she just looked over at me and I was just doing something, and she was like, I've had it, I'm done, I'm gonna go attack this bitch. So then she was like, just go take like 10 minutes and then to get yourself together and you can come back to rehearsal. And I was like, thank you. Like, you guys tell me if that's not like fucked up, because that was pretty messed up to me. Like, it hurt my feelings a lot. I don't know if that was just I mean, she just came after everything that I wanted to do with my life, and it was just like, the way you're acting, everything you're doing right now is wrong. And I felt like I don't know, like, I didn't like have friends. Like, there's no way for me to fake, like, I don't know. It wasn't like I didn't want to be friends with these people. I tried. I feel like I tried. I wasn't like ew or just didn't say anything. I mean, I was nice, I think I was being regular, but you know, just some people don't click, and that's fine. And I thought it was fine. We just don't click. You're cool. I don't have any problems with you. The people in my theater class were fine. The people in the shows with me were fine. Like, I didn't have any problems with them. I mean, like, maybe like 2 people, but like, it wasn't like, ew, you're weird. It was just like, we didn't fucking mix. We didn't mesh. So when I am put in a situation where I'm not like close friends with anybody really, versus when I'm put in a situation like at cheer when I love everybody and we have friendships or whatever, like I'm gonna act like a completely different person. Anyway, yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Miss Linda, I don't know, she's probably still teaching there. I don't know or care. Just know I'm doing good now, Miss Linda. Thank you for all your kind words. I appreciated them. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like this story time. Give this video a thumbs up if you want some more. I don't know what to say. Now we're done. Like and subscribe. Don't forget. Love you guys. Bye.